All right, traders, welcome to Signal Review, where we go over the past trades, whether they won or they lost, go through the setup, find out why we came up with the analysis, why the analysis was taken, why some traders won, why some traders lost. After that, we're going to go into the market, we're going to go into ES, and we're going to go into EQ, and we're going to go look for more setups that were actually supposed to triggered during New York, but the market never came back into our area and triggered us. So we're going to see if during this session we get lucky and we get to record it live so that you can see that what I do here is real. I don't trade for play. I am not a demo account trader. I'm a cash account trader. I'm not even a prop firm trader. Can I trade prop firms? Of course I can. But I'm a cowboy. I don't like rules. And all of the members in the chat know how I trade, and the level of accuracy that I provide for these setups for everybody to take advantage of is top notch. So let's get into it. Yesterday's setup during the Tokyo session, while we were studying price action, one of the members decided to ask if we can look for a setup. So we chose NQ and we found the setup here. This was the setup after I did the initial analysis in like 15 minutes, something like that. I think we timed it, or we were trying to time it, but I went pretty fast.
It was
Set
less
up
than
the key
15 minutes.
levels. It was pretty fast, right? I set up the key levels. I went through top-down analysis from daily all the way down to 1 hour. I even looked for a 30-minute level. And from there, I just kept dialing into the lower time frames until I found the setup, and the market told me it's time to short. And this was the setup that I sent. The market did come back. It did activate us while everybody was sleeping, and it did print ticks. It printed money for the majority of the members who were in that signal. This is it right here. It was nice and pretty, nice and clean. Nothing too complicated. We sent that out at 11:30 p.m. At, I believe it was 2:30, actually 2:12 p.m. I sent out an update that the market is coming back, right? And by 7
my God.
o'clock, the market was in profit, informing everybody the market was up 308 ticks. When I send this, this means it's time to take profits if you like what you see. The call is always yours to make as a trader. I send the setups, but you guys always pull your own triggers. I do not pull triggers for you, but I do give you the high probability setups in order to make money with me. All right, this was fire. So let's get into it. Let's see why this worked out so well, and how it worked out, and why it made sense to short the market at that point right there. We were at the higher time frame. Let's go to the 4. Let's go to the 4. We saw that the market found a high, and on the 1 hour, we were going over dojis as well. It printed and closed a doji along with strong momentum candles to the downside, had its reversal, created a lower high, and then created a lower low, which is what we were seeing while we were in the middle of the session. So after it was bouncing around a few key levels, to my mind, it was time to short the market. All I did was I took the fib, placed it at point A, down to point B, found the 618 area, went down to the lower time frames to see if there was anything there to, what's that word they use? Corroborate the story. If all of the clues made sense to short. I see a break of structure here. Not only is this a break of structure to the downside, but it is also an H4 key level. Very strong indication that if price does come back here, then it will reject. And the 618 lined up there, which is where we placed our entry. The market did test the H4 key level again, and then ultimately dropped down for 387 ticks. It was beautiful. It was around 7 o'clock. It looked 6:30, 7 o'clock. I woke up and I sent the signal that it's time to take profit. Most people did. Some people didn't get the alert in time or didn't wake up in time, and it ended up going against them, because if you don't move your stops to break even, like I told people in the chat, then you would have suffered a loss. But that's okay. Even when you take an L, there's always another setup when you're working with me. I always find another setup. And the risk management that I use allows you to make that money back and then some, and make profit on top of the loss on the next setup or the two setups thereafter. That just depends on the market conditions. Your job is to get good at waiting. That's the secret. Patience is what pays in this market, not urgency. Urgency does not pay in this market. So this was that setup for last night. Does anybody have any questions of this about this setup right now that we can go over? Why I did what I did, why I saw what I saw. If you guys weren't in the chat yesterday, anybody have any questions about it?
I just want to know, Blue, like your entry point. I know you're gonna be around the 618, but would you go below the 618?
Yeah, it was a
You're
618
shooting
entry
at-
point.
So you go below the 618, make sure you get tapped in, or you're just right at the 618.
I put it at the 618. I put it
Okay.
at the 618. The thing is, it's a good question, because sometimes there's market structure that's in the way, like an order block or just some type of market structure that's in the way. And if that is there, then sometimes I'll put the entry where the market structure is at versus putting it at the 618. You
Yeah.
could have easily placed an entry here, because the key level is an indication. Key levels are there for you to take advantage as entries and exits. And look what the market did. It actually went there and decided to use the H4 key level, the 4-hour key level, as resistance, which makes sense because this is market structure that got broken. And when the market breaks structure, it tends to do what? Retest structure. That's what it does. The market has the tendency to, once it breaks structure, which is this right here, once it breaks it, it tends to want to come back to that structure before continuing. And that's where I find the most consistent hit rates in my strategy. It's because I pay attention to this very keenly. I'm always aware of what's going on in the market structure, no matter what time frame it is. But the higher the time frame, the stronger the indication is that the market may do something that you can take advantage of, whether it's long or short. Get it? The 618 is there to highlight that this is an area that me as a trader needs to pay attention to. And so it's not so much that I need the Fibonacci, because even without the Fibonacci, I can tell that this would have been my entry. I use the Fibonacci as an extra form of confirmation that this is a strong level, because not only is it a break of structure, not only is it in high time frame key level, but now I also have the 618 in the same area. Oh, I'm selling. And I wish I would have recorded what I did yesterday, but I will do it again. But I just had conviction to sell. There was nothing else to do. And so we got in right there at the 618, which is down here. We had our stop loss up here, because why? Number one, we're sleeping. Number two, we need to trade to breathe, especially when you're not looking at it. And we gave it more than enough room to breathe. You know, like if I was awake, I would have left the stop loss just above here, which is the 786, just behind the 786. And that would have done plenty, you know. Either way, the trade ended up working out, printing 380, 86 or 87 ticks, something like that. And We made a nice bag while we were sleeping. I like to call them sleeping bags for a reason. Those ticks were nice. I like waking up to green in the morning. I didn't have to do nothing but sleep. I woke up to almost $300 in the morning. I was like, not bad. I like this. I like it a bag like this. You know, brush my teeth, have some coffee. I was like, oh, it's not really much to do. We ain't got nothing to do. We already made the money.
Yes, sir.
It was sweet. So
It
let's
really
go
was.
into NASDAQ. Do you guys have any other questions about the signal review? Anybody? Anyone?
One more question, Blue. Like when you say break a structure, just for me, for my
Yeah.
clarification, it's basically a reversal in what the trend is. Is that correct? Or
It's not necessarily a reversal of trend. In this situation, it was a continuation of a trend. Because you can have a break of structure against your favor,
yeah.
right? And that is a reversal of a trend. That's a change of character. But in this
Okay.
case, because the market itself was already going down, it did a pullback, it created structure right here, created a pullback, and then broke that structure, this structure right here. Let me highlight that. Can you see it better? It broke this structure right here to the downside, which confirmed to me that the market is now wanting to go short. It's been getting short. It's been getting short since here. But I needed to find a play within the move. And the only place I found a play within the move was after I saw the market break and close below this structure. That tells me that there's a high probability that the market may want to come back to this structure and we can short it from there. And that's exactly what we did. Breaks of structure are your friend. They're typically where the market needs to come back to before it continues. Get it?
Cool.
All right, we're gonna move on to see where everything is at since this signal played out. Let's go look at the market in real time right now. This is the setup for the night. We have to make adjustments on our entry. The entry for NQ is now at 30,090. So I gotta update the chat, the premium chat. Make sure everybody's got that on deck. So everybody's good. Hold on 1 second. 30 what? 30,090. 090. Stop loss. It's tricky with the stop loss, guys. You know, because it can do whatever it wants. Right now, I have the stop loss at 550, which I'm comfortable with-ish. Or we could just leave it right here, which is a 700 pip tick stop loss. That's a wide stop loss. I know Fabrice is like, what? You mean 70 ticks? No, bro. 700. That's if we keep it down here. See if we keep it down here. But I think we could pull off. We might be able to pull off 550. We might be able to pull off 550 on a stop loss. You know, we've got, I believe this is a 1 hour order block or a 30-minute, 1 hour order block. We've got a 1 hour order block as defense. We've got the 76 as defense, and we can use this wick right here as a low. You know, and we can place our stop behind there like that. See why I did that? This is how I make decisions for stop losses, which is one of, if not the most important decision-making process you have to go through. You guys remember what happened yesterday when everybody picked where their level of stop loss needs to be? That's why it's
Yep.
important to get good at placing
Yep.
your stop losses. I didn't do that to show off. I did that so you guys can understand why that's so important. So you guys could see you take less L's, but you also have to risk more, and you have to be comfortable with risking more. That's the key. A lot of people are not comfortable risking more. And that's okay. It takes time to get there, you know. It's either that or go work at Starbucks because this ain't the place. This is where we dance with the market. And you gotta have
Possibly too.
balls.
Sure.
Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna leave the stop loss at 29,952.50. So let me adjust the stop loss in the chat. 29,952.50. Boom. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send the new analysis into the chat. I'm sending it in the chat right here. It's in the premium chat right now. So you guys can see it. We've got a long at 30,090 area. Why do you guys think I say area when I'm sending the setups? Why do you guys
It's
ask?
never a fixed point. It's always an area.
It's
It
never a
might hit
fixed
exactly
point.
the line. It might go past the line, then go in our direction.
Yep.
It's always an area.
It's
It might
always
go before.
it might reject before. You get what I'm saying? It's always an area. I give you that fixed position because I'm giving you an area to be fixed into. And yes, you can use that level as the limit area, as the limit line. That's where you place in this case, your buy limits at 30,090. But it's still an area where you want to focus on to buy in because you've seen it plenty of times. It goes right to the limit, misses it by a hair, and takes off without us. That happens. That doesn't mean the signal was wrong. That just means we were too damn accurate. Accuracy is also a curse. Funny enough. All right, so I fixed that there. Let me send that to the Tokyo chat too because you guys need it over there. Tokyo Net Protocol. Incoming. Incoming on the set. Now, you guys should have it there. If you're not in the premium chat yet, you guys should have it there in the protocol chat.
Thank you, Blue.
All right, so yep, you're very welcome. All right, ES. ES is also going to be adjusted. It's done some moves, and now it looks like it's coming back toward us. We might see some action here tonight, boys. We might get to smack something.
Set the
ES
alert.
Yeah, I know that. ES is very important to pay attention to, just like on NASDAQ. See NQ, why I have this information, why this line is like that, because this is what may happen. The price may come here and it may reject and continue, or it may come here, reject for a bit, and then dip into the 1 hour order block, and we're just going to be in drawdown for a bit before it continues. Or we're just wrong. And that's perfectly fine. Why do you think I'm okay with being wrong, guys? Any answer? Why do you think I'm okay with being wrong?
We don't know what's going to
No,
happen.
I don't know nothing. But there's a reason why I'm okay with losing. There's a main reason why. What do you guys think that is? Why I don't care if I take an L? It doesn't have to do with my win rate.
You get in a trade accepting the loss. Whether you win or lose, you sacrifice that money. It's gone once you press the button, it's gone.
Once I hit that button, I have to let go. I have to accept the fact that I'm here as a passerby in the ocean of the market. And if I can't accept that I may lose from time to time, I'll never hit the button. The only reason I'm so good at pulling triggers is because I've accepted that I can lose in the market. That's a very important piece of psychology that you have to accept as a trader in order to get as good as I am right now. I am this good because I don't care if I lose, because I've already accepted the risk that I've put into the market. Before I put it in there, I said, I'm willing to lose this much, whether it's $150 or $500 or $1,000. I said, I'm okay with losing this tonight before I entered. And I keep that conviction throughout the whole play. I don't get in and then it starts going and draw down. I'm like, but I don't want to lose 500. No, I've already lost it as soon as I set the play. That's why it's easier for me to accept. You get it, guys? It's an easy concept, but it's a hard application. So let's go into ES because it's coming down and I want to make sure everybody's prepared. So the new entry for ES is $75.51.25 area. And then the SL, I mean, it's ES, so like 100 ticks doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep it. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's that MES is very cheap, so this is not gonna hurt as much. So I'm just gonna keep the stop loss there because I think ES may really want to tap into this. That's why you see the arrow pointing as the possible situation that we may see once price gets there. So the stop loss is going to remain the same for ES. But I'm going to update the analysis.
All we changing is the entry?
All we're changing is the entry for ES, for MES.
I remember, yeah, it's very important that you accept the loss before it even happens. Because I remember we had the client that you was going to get that was going to put $500,000 up, right? And then he just wasn't.
I had a couple of them. And then when they're not ready to accept the risk, it's not worth the management because of the psychological issues that are going to happen within. It's just not worth it. It doesn't matter what amount of money you're ready to invest, because to some people, $500 seems like a lot, and if they're shaking with $500 with a $500 account, man, you should not be trading. So that's true.
Yeah.
Let me set this up.
Yeah.
All right, let me send this to the Tokyo chat. Oh shit, you're in the damn Tokyo chat. Whoops. Boom, 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 boom. 551. Okay, you guys got it. Did you get the new picture? Oh, wait a minute.
No, the picture didn't come through.
Oh, you didn't get the picture yet. Okay. I was wondering. I'm like, damn, where'd it go? There it goes. Let me update what that is. because on your guys' side, it may be confusing. Make sure it looks like that. You guys know what you're looking at. You guys can tell the difference in the chat on what belongs to what inside the Tokyo chat, right? This is the NQ play, long at 30,000, and below is the MES play, long at 7,500. So you guys don't get these entry details mixed up with the wrong ticket. Get that out the way. Let me get that out the way. It looks like we might see some action, boys. Let's see what's going on. Who's that?
Is that me? Oh,
That's Sato or Carlos?
I don't know. I think my mic was far away. Just didn't pick up.
I didn't hear that, but for sure. Let's see here. All right, let's look at this. Hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second. Boom, bitty, bye bye. Let's see, guys. Let's see this works out. Anybody got any questions about these setups that we're about to, it looks like we're about to get in it tonight.
So seeing how the body closed above the wick to the left, that gives you even more confidence to take it long.
Say it again so I can point it out on NQ.
So yeah, on NQ. So you see how the bodies of the candles at the top of at the swing high,
These up here.
they're higher. The body closes are higher than that wick that's all the way to the left
Then
of the
over
previous
here.
high. Yeah,
Then this wick right here.
yeah.
Well, these are lower than this.
Than the wick, but the bodies are higher than the
Yeah,
last that swing high.
yeah,
That
yeah. Like for me, we're still long.
okay.
For me, we're going long because, yeah, that's a good thing to point out there. We've got. Let me get it right here. That's a break of structure right there. You know, wick is a break of structure too, depending on the time frame and like the condition. And this is a break of structure right here. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a break of structure right here. I've got nothing but breaks of structure to the upside, you know, so to confirm the bias that we can possibly go long, it's well within the technical analysis. So like all of these just here sitting around is because, first of all, I think this was like 4 o'clock or something like that. What time was this that this happened? It started just floating because the market did slow after a while. 13. What is $1,300 in military time? I'm terrible with military.
One.
That's one. That's
Clock.
one, right? That's one.
That's one.
Clock.
All right, so
Yeah.
It's 1
one.
p.m.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. The market close. So now we're at 6, 7, 8 right now. 8:49, and then this candle right here is about to close bearish in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So by after the afternoon, the market just started consolidating, which it tends to do that after a big impulse. The market tends to do that. It'll impulse, correct, continue. That's the normal behavior of a market. Anything like that. Impulse, correct, continue. You get what I'm saying? That's what it tends to do in the market. A lot of the time, like all the time. Look, impulse, correct, continue. This is consolidation because the market didn't know what the hell it was doing. It had no decision. This orange line right here is the all-time high. Because this is the all-time high, I would have loved to have seen the market crack it first before it came down, because this being resistance now, as you can obviously see that it's acting like, could cause the market to also dump. And this whole thing could just be the beginnings of a double top. But look what the market did over here. This was the previous all-time high, right? And it rejected, and it rejected, broke all structures to the upside, including the last structure. I didn't break the last wick, which would have been nice, but still got to break a structure, and technically. So all we can do is stick to our guns and wait and see. Like, I'm going to take this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take it. You don't ever have to take a setup I send you guys either. It's always your call. But I got a really good idea something might happen. But you have to make that decision yourself as a trader. That's why whenever I do give you guys instructions, I always say right after, it's your decision. It's your call. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's your call. But this is what the options are. Because that builds you up as a trader too. That's the most important part. That is the most important part right there. Let's look at ES and see what it's doing. All right, all right. ES did what? Break the last all-time high to the upside. This is what I wanted to see in NQ. For ES, I don't care. I'm going long. Like, I don't care. I'm going long. Because we've got the break of structure to the upside. We've got how many? We've got one, right? We've got two, right? And we've got the all-time high break of structure. Let me change the color so you can see it better. And I'm gonna make it a dot. Actually, no, let me not make it a dot. Not leave it as a line. Separate that from the rest. That's the all-time high right there. It even came down and filled in some of this gap that was here. So like, I'm fine with that. We could just keep we could keep a long bias on this. Now, like I said on NQ, you want to pay attention to the arrows that I set here, because this is something that may happen. It may just dump right into it. It may just dump right into the 1 hour order block that's right here, grab the liquidity and go. That may be what happened instead of this. Or it could use the 618, which is also a technical break of structure right there. Lines up with the 618, you know? So I'm just going off of this right here. I'm going off of what's in front of me. Making sure I don't overanalyze, I don't think, and I just let it go. Because we've been waiting for this to come back here since this afternoon, and it just now decided to start moving. So all we could do right now is wait and get out of the way. And let me make sure I set the play before I forget. Y'all made me miss the ES last time, man. I blame that one on y'all. That was y'all fault. Damn hooligans. 7,551. Anybody have any questions? Period. Like, let's chop it up. This is chop shop. Does that sound right? This ain't chop shop. This ain't a chop shop. This is a talk, a shop talk right here. Signal reviews, all shop talk. That's what we doing here. We're shooting the shit. We're talking shop. We're asking all the questions in a chilled environment. This is not a corporate office. Talk that shit. Talk that trading shit.
I know MES is different. If I was gonna do one contract on NASDAQ, what would be pretty much the equivalent on MES?
I'll tell you right now. Give me 1 second. I'm just sending. Well, one contract on ES.
Yeah.
One contract on ES right now with this setup will cost you $133.75. One contract with this setup right here. This risk in here will be $135.75 in here. That's all this risk will be. That's all you'd be risking. One contract.
What broker are you guys using?
What?
What broker are you using, or what platform are you using
Oh,
to do
that's
that?
on Tradeovate.
Okay.
Are you on Tradeovate? Or what are you? Oh, you're on Webull, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you on Webull. Like, I have no experience with Webull. That's different right there. That is different right there, my good sir. So I'm gonna do. If you do 2 contracts on ES on MES, that's $267.50. $267.50 on this risk right here. You do 2 contracts on MES with this, which is proper. And if you take it up to like right here, the last high, you're looking at $417. So from this entry area, whatever it does down here, and if it intends to continue and you take it to right here, you're making $417.50 by the time it gets there. If that's the risk that you choose with 2 contracts on MES. With 1 contract, you'll make $208.78. Just so you guys know the difference. I need to set that. Let me go look at NQ. Who's jumping in this today? Where my traders at right now?
I'm in both. Well, I'm gonna be in both.
Oh, I'm about to say, are you in? What do you mean?
Hey, you know, somebody
Be.
You ain't got to trade. You get what I'm saying?
I might be an asshole and start shorting it now.
Huh?
I said I might be an asshole and start shorting it now.
Sato's selling this shit right now. Sato's shorting this bitch right now. I know for sure. Sato's scalping it down into the buy area. That's what he does. Assassin. 330, that's 30,090. So we got, how many traders are taking these setups today? We got 1, we got Sato, we got Tommy, Carlos got to figure out Weeble. I don't know Weeble, bro. Like, Weeble's nice though. Weeble's nice. I love how the platform looks. I just don't know how to use it. I don't have experience with it, and I don't need Weeble. I got TradeAvate. TradeAvate is all I need right now, which is TradeAvate, which is Ninja Trader. That's all you need. TradeAvate is literally Ninja Trader, or vice versa. One of the two bought the other. Not 29. Not 5. So if you're gonna trade M and Q, one contract will cost you $275 for one contract. And if you take it up to here, right around here, you'll make $550 right around there. So you'll risk $275 down here, and you'll make $550 if the market decides to go back up. Just so you guys understand the different risks. And that's low and risky, which is what I'm here to do tonight. When it's Tokyo, I keep it light. I don't go crazy because Tokyo, the thing that's funny about Tokyo is that the price action can be funny. It can act in a specific way, like anything can happen during Tokyo. But also, it's slow as shit. So you think you need patience during the New York session? It ain't nothing compared to the Tokyo session. Like, look how slow it's moving. New York probably would have been there already. It's 9 o'clock. We're gonna see volume kick in by 10:30. So in an hour and a half, you'll see some volume kick in. And when I say volume, I'm not talking about like some big shit like this. Unless news comes in, which I gotta keep an eye on, because there's this. There is some piece of news that I saw earlier. There it is. Japanese news. Why is the Japanese news important to watch while we're trading during these hours, guys? It's a very simple answer. It's in your face.
We're in the Tokyo session.
We're in the goddamn Tokyo session. Okay? So you got to watch the yen. And any news that's high impact about the yen and Japan, if it's high impact, you need to pay attention to it. This could do something. We don't know what it's going to do, but it's going to do something. That is in 3 hours and 57 minutes. We're not even going to be on here. Hopefully, this pops off before any of that. So we got to wait. Carlos, you figured that out? If he's on.
I am going on TradeAvate now to see if I could link it with my trading view. That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, linking your TradeAvate to your trading view?
Trading view, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Do I need to do that, or I could do it straight from trading view?
Say it again?
Do I need to do that, or do I could do that straight from trading view? I mean, from trading view, TradeAvate.
The thing is with TradeAvate, you have to go through Ninja Trader. So it's gonna go into, the other platform that I showed you. The one that's it's black and the candles are in a black background. You remember that interface? It's going inside TradeAvate, but it's gonna show you a Ninja Trader platform. Like if you're not used to using that platform, then just link it to your trading view so you can trade simply.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. I just haven't used that platform for a while, so I'm trying to do it now. So even if I have to demo it, I'll demo it so I could practice it.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. or 1 or 2. What I do? I'm gonna do that right there. I really like the ES because it's giving us a higher, it's giving us a new all-time high. And it broke the previous all-time high. So that is an indication of a strong continuation upwards. So we may see new all-time highs with this move, possibly. Or the bitch dumps to hell and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, guys. You know what I mean? Because that's trading. That is trading. You can have all of the analysis stacked up in your favor, and you can still take an L. That is a hard pill to swallow for most people in the world.
How do you
and that is big in trading.
How do you I remember it was on the left side, bottom left side, where you log in, like when you're on TradingView. So I have them both open now. So I just need to know how to link it. I forgot how to do that.
Okay, you see this little bubble right here that says trade?
Hold on, no. Let me go back to the meeting.
We'll log you in right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try demo so I could just practice it better than, because I don't think I have money on my Tradeovate anymore.
That's fine, even if it's on demo. It's all about building the habits. It's all about building the habits.
All right, so I'm looking now.
Okay, you see this bubble right here that says trade? Tap that on your top right hand corner.
Okay.
And then
Tradeovate.
Select Tradeovate. And then it'll start logging you in. Use your credentials to log in from there. And then it'll immediately pop up on that screen right there.
It gives me the option to click on live or demo. So I just click on demo.
Yeah, okay. Demo. You have a demo account, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All
right, so I'm logging in now. It says something went wrong. We cannot finish your authorization process. Trading has not been entitled to access your account.
So try live to see if that'll work for you for some other reason.
Hold on. It says simulation risk free. Let me just try. Start simulation.
I said, who yeah?
All right. So I said start simulation from TradingView, and then it looks just like my Tradeovate now.
All right.
I don't know if it opened. So let me go to the ES again. Hold on.
You're going to go to ES again, and then you're going to hit the little trading bubble again.
On where? on TradingView?
Yeah, the same bubble I told you to hit before. You're going to see that now it's going to have like a blue T on there. The top right-hand corner, the same button. It should
be same button on TradingView, right?
On TradingView, on that chart.
All right. It takes me, it shows me my username, everything still, and then I press login.
Oh, you can log in?
Yeah, because it's saying that you're not entitled to access your account. So I'm assuming I have to click live.
Yeah, go to live, see what happens there.
Is it a demo? Is it a funded account?
No.
I had this trading account before, but I think this one's just a demo I'm trying to open. So log in. It says the same thing. It says something went wrong. We cannot finish your authorization process. TradingView has not been entitled to access your account.
So that's something that you got to fix on your end, on the back end. There's something's going on with your account, or one of the two like aren't or isn't actually active, or both of them aren't actually active. That have to be something that we go fix on the back end. That we ain't gonna do that here live and recorded. That's not gonna happen.
Good.
And you sure you have a demo account?
I had a Tradeovate account, so I logged in. It showed me my login and everything. I'm logged in right now. but it's not linking, I guess.
Not sure why it would do that.
Yeah, it has my password, everything. So
Oh, are
if
you logged in anywhere else?
no, because I don't link my my trading view with Robinhood. So no.
No, I mean like your trade of it. Could it be logged in anywhere else? Like
Um,
like your phone or something like that. Or if you haven't used it in a while.
I haven't used it in a while. But when I click login, it opens and it gives me select trading mode. It says market replay or simulation. So I put start simulation trading.
And both
So
of
when I
them
click on,
they don't let you kick in.
yeah, so I'm in, and then but there's nothing. It doesn't show an account number on the top. It just gives me just regular. Let me see, buy, sell, ticker, and it's a black screen. Doesn't give me any more information than that. Do I have to do anything else?
No. So it's popping up like your buy screen
Yeah.
is popping up?
Yeah, and Trade-Evade. So I
Yeah.
log in through demo and it gives me a black screen. I could post it if you want.
Yeah, let me see that. How can we share your screen? Actually, send me a screenshot on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Let's look at that there. Yeah, see, I got my alerts ready now. Y'all not gonna make me lose money tonight. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I
So
learned
this
my lesson.
is so I sent you the on our chat, and it shows
Okay.
black screen. That's logged in.
That's logged in. That's your account. Is this your demo account?
Yeah, I clicked on demo, but I don't see money. So isn't it supposed to show money on your demo?
Yeah, like if you had everything situated properly. I think they're empty. Let me see. It's not supposed to. That's probably why it doesn't even. See if you can. Let me see. Let me log in this way over here. Log into a separate. Damn, I have multiple accounts. Shoot. Gotta go to. See, that's not on demo. You see that little box on the top right hand corner of your screen that has those lines with the lines going up and down? They look like a bunch of doji candles. On the top right hand side of your
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, click on that and then go to
And it says open live trading account or open simulation account.
open simulation account.
It says please contact administrator for your organization. So it's not letting me do that.
Oh, if it says that, that's because
Open a live account.
yeah,
Subscribe.
that's probably a prop account ID number you're in.
It says inactive. On the bottom, it says inactive. View product, subscribe, billing.
Does it say anything like manual lockout or next to your account? I didn't see that actually.
No, subscription. I'm where it says subscription.
No,
And it says
subscription, you don't need
inactive.
that. That's just for
Yeah.
like all your add-ons and whatever you want to use it for.
Cancel renewal. Your profile, open a live, change your username, update. I have everything showing my information. Everything's there. Security, privacy.
This is your live account, but there's nothing in it. Or unless you
Yeah.
select simulated or live.
When I signed in, it was simulation. Charting extended free indicators.
Did it say trader rate prop?
I'll sign out again.
That's something you're gonna have to fix by tomorrow, because that thing ain't gonna let you in there like that.
So when it comes up, it gives me my login and password. I press login, and then it gives me two options. Select the trading mode. It says market replay or simulation.
Does it say anything about trader rate prop?
No.
All right.
Oh, well, trade of eight, I only have two options. The ones I tell you, purchase one or start a simulation trading.
Go to a simulation trade.
Yeah, when I click that, it takes me to a log, that page, which is blank, the one I sent you a picture of. Then it says open account on the top if I want to open an account.
Yeah.
Let's see, individual or joint. Individual says cannot start new customer application, access denied.
So you have to do that in the morning. It may be because it's this time of day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you'll have to do that. It could be that. Or that account that you keep signing into is not made for that. Like, that's probably what the situation is. They have to sign you a demo account.
Okay, let me try this other one. I have two options here on my login. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Man, this thing moving slow. Tokyo is so slow. Since Tokyo's so slow, though. Let's see if I can get a little bright idea over here. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for things. Nothing crazy. Don't do what I do. Don't you do it. Don't you look back at that, boy. This thing is for the grown folks. All right. You made me say, all right, all right. Nah, Shane. You got a situation there. Possible sellathon brewing up in the Tokyo session. 27 tick. It's a possible situation. I don't suggest you do what I do.
Perfect. 7,584.
Yo. Stop looking at it. Stop looking. Woo! This is a possible situation, you guys. Damn, I don't want to tick in there. Let me see. Come on now, Betty. Betty booped out day. We got a possible ping pong situation popping off right now.
I love shorting into the buys.
I know you do. That's why I was like, oh shit, hold up. Sorry, that's my swing.
Damn, bro, you're in gold and you're not telling us?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that right there.
That's too much information.
Stop holding out on us.
Don't worry about that right there. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that gold.
I seen it.
Woo! Damn, gold. So that means if I switch over to the dollar right now, it is dumping. Yes. The dollar is dumping. Sweet Penelope Cruz. Fall down the timber. Okay. Good. A dollar getting weaker. People like buying the stock market when the dollar is cheap because they get more for their. Oh, I see what that happened. Let's see here. Yo, chill, chill, chill. You can't short both of these. You know what I'm saying? Yo, relax. You gotta relax, bro. Can't short both of these markets. Oh, it's not right. It's not right, man.
I was able to log in with my Webull. So I'm gonna see if it lets me do the play that way.
These are all centralized levels, price levels. So what we see, you should be able to see. Now, I can't guide you through Webull because I don't know Webull. So
No, I logged it in, so I'm using TradingView.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes through TradingView too?
Yeah. So
That's
I'm
what's up.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
But remember, there were some limits that were allowing me on Webull. Remember that there's supposedly have to have 27,000 in there. Remember that? I'm gonna see if that happens on TradingView.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Just so much goddamn windows, though. I don't know how people do this, though.
Listen, you're the one who creates those windows.
What are you talking about? Everybody uses different shit. Everybody.
Are you talking about the tabs in your computer or the windows on the
No,
platform?
I'm just TradingView, fucking Weeboo, Tradeovate, Robinhood, like nigga.
That's a trader life, B. What you talking about? You better get used to it. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, my friend.
Carlos, I got all those too.
Yeah, that shit just confusing, man.
This is what it takes. You must be nimble. You must be a multitasker. Use the tools at hand. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But NASDAQ made short from there. I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is there's a possibility.
I'm shorting NASDAQ.
Short the NASDAQ. It's not like I know anything. Because what do I know? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a trader. Looking for some action.
Can you hear me?
Say it again.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make the play on ES without looking at your chart.
Okay, yeah. Like you want to like try and see if you can match it up without looking at the chart.
Yeah, exactly. Without looking at it yet.
You're talking about on your trading view.
Yeah, I'm on trading.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna set up the play like if I would set it up myself and then just see if that matches what you did.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do that there. This is the situation. Now, I'm not saying this will happen on ES. Because a lot of the times, like we were saying before, I believe it was yesterday we were talking about it. That's why I don't send you guys shorts into longs or longs into shorts. Because a lot of the times when it's already doing it, like it doesn't give a retest entry, like a break and retest. Break and retest is what we trade. We trade the retest. we trade the retest of the break of structure. That's why the entries are so accurate. But if it never pulls back, what do?
You do nothing.
We do. Who said that? That was Carlos that said that?
Yeah.
Carlos said we do nothing.
He's in.
Last night.
Wait. Why you said it like that?
I ain't never seen. I didn't know he was gonna have the answer. You know, because this guy, he be doing something. He just goes and does it. He's like, I'm getting it. Right there. He'll jump in right there. Fuck the world because I'm cursed. We do nothing. You're right, Carlos. You're absolutely right. That was the perfect answer. We do nothing. If it doesn't come back to us, we do nothing. And also, we're waiting for the market to come back to us anyway. This would just be a cherry on top if we get in. If we don't, oh well. I was just trying to find some action for you guys right now while we wait, because this is a situation.
We got a ping pong play?
It's a little ping pong.
All right. Let me get in on that.
How do I do?
All right, so
No, not pause share.
you see that doji though? On that MQ, look at that doji on the 1 hour.
What was that?
It's actually on both. The ES on 1 hour, there's a doji on the bottom.
See the doji, baba.
I'm telling you, fuck you.
There's a doji sitting there, baba. Okay. So we got a doji.
Hey, what's that number it's on MES for the entry?
Entry is 75.85 for the short.
75.85. That's right. Mine's not matching.
So what on the ES?
Yeah, I'm trading Forex, so it's not matching. Hold on.
Yeah, that's way off from the 618.
That's for me.
The entry
I'm lost.
The entry is 75.85.
75.
There's actually two entry levels on this short, right?
85 is way
There's
up.
75.85, and then you could use this as 75.83.50.
Yeah, that's the one I had, which is 786.
That's fine. You could use that one too.
Which one did you use?
75.85.
Okay, so you're getting it in between the 618 and the 786.
I'm just trying to get a premium price. I like full extensions. And since that lined up, like this 75.83.50, that's a good price. You know? If you notice, price is already rejecting the previous day close, which is these red dots.
75.83. I guess mine's just 10 points off. All right.
Oh, for you it's different. You're on CFDs, Fabrice.
Yeah, 75.73 is what I got.
Fabrice is actually trading futures technical analysis in the actual S&P market, the CFDs. So he has to adjust levels, but the analysis on the chart remains the same. The only thing that's different are the levels that you see here. So he's got to eyeball it, but because he knows what the hell he's doing, he got eyeball it. If you don't know what you're doing, I don't recommend it.
Yes, sirski.
Let's see if we get some action, boys.
You going light on the sell limit?
Huh?
You going light on the sell limit and harder on the buy?
Correct. I'm just going light on the sells because the market may decide to just want to go up. Because all it's doing is was it this one or the previous one? This is a previous all-time high, so it could like want to come down into this level and then just continue up. Even here, like even this. But I like the fact that it closed below. Oh, let me make that bigger for you. I like the fact that it broke structure and closed below. So that right there is continuation right there. So it may come back up to retest this break of structure up here and then continue down. You see how I'm thinking about it?
Absolutely. Yep. Let's see it. Let's see it.
So let me put this back up here. All right. And then we just let it rock. After I find my initial idea, I don't think much more about it. Now, granted, that comes with experience. When you're first starting off, like, you should think a lot about what you're doing. Make sure that your process is proper. Ask the right questions, you know? Otherwise, you just keep taking L's and then you'll be like, yo, this ain't for me. When all you really had to do is just remember to follow the process. And once you're done with the process, get out of the way. Meaning, let it rock. Let it play out. If the shorts are wrong and the market continues up, so what? Who cares? You should have a I don't care attitude in such a way where it's not that you're disrespectful towards the market or yourself, but you need to be relaxed when you're trading. You should just be like, fuck it, let's see if this rocks. Because you got to throw a bunch of shit on the wall before something starts sticking to get the strategy down. You have to keep trying it. You know what the number one secret is in order to lock this strategy in? Can anybody guess that?
Sitting on your hands.
That's one of the secrets. That's one of the secrets. So that's not the number one secret behind this strategy. Sitting on your hands is very, very, that's a big one. That's a good one. But the main important ingredient, the secret for all of this to work is that you have to believe. You have to believe it works. Otherwise, it's never going to work out for you. It's never going to happen. You just got to be like, this shit works. Blue stays hitting. All he does is the same shit all over again. I got to believe. You have to believe. If you have a skeptical mindset on this strategy, you're wasting your time. Because you're never going to trust your own analysis because you don't believe that it works. You don't believe you could print money with this. When I show you guys time and time again, every week, we're printing. The printer is printing. Doing the same thing every day. All we do is look for the same setups every day. You guys see me veer left or right? Nope. I go straight into profits. I don't change nothing up. Ask Fabrice how hard-headed I am when it comes to my strategy.
Very hard-headed when it comes to even learning anything new, even if it ties into a strategy.
I'll be like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
But he can't admit, he could admit though that the stuff I sent him that helps.
Yeah. The only thing Fabrice had me accept into the strategy, which was a very strong thing, is order blocks.
That was the strongest.
He brought it to the table and I was like, nah, fuck that. Probably dismissed it for like a few months or something. And then I just got into it. I was like, huh, these motherfuckers, these things keep popping up in the charts and they keep getting respected. Hold on a second, now. You might be onto something now. Yep. Sure enough, order blocks are strong as shit.
Now I don't bring him nothing unless it ties into his strategy.
Nah, I trade without order blocks. It's that when I do see the order blocks, I get more confidence. Especially when the order blocks are obviously at entry areas.
Well, hold on. I brought a little bit more than that. There was you didn't trade with stop losses.
Oh, I didn't trade with stop losses for a while.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need stop loss. Though when I first started, that shit was dull. You know how crazy that is? When I think back at how crazy I was trading back then, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, no,
As a matter
but stop losses.
I remember Zay was like, yo, that trade would have smacked if I would have took it. I'm like, bro, you're smacking so often. Why don't you just do
And then
limits?
he brought the
No,
limits.
I don't want to do that. I'm like, just do it. It's gonna get there anyways.
Oh, you talking about the limits, right?
Yeah.
Dog, I was cursing limits. I was like, hell no, I need to be in control. Man, when I started using limits, I was like, this is great. It's autopilot. Think
You gotta
less.
fight, Jose. You gotta fight Zay for weeks
Yeah,
or months.
I'm protective on the strategy, like because I'm just stubborn. I put the blinders on like those horses, though. I just going straight. I'm in my zone. Don't bother me. I don't want to hear shit. Oh, ICT. Fuck that guy. I don't want to hear shit.
I was like, Zay, the
Inverse
market's
what?
fractal.
You talking what? Who are you saying to me? I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
Know what that is?
Fair value what? Man, get out of my face with that.
Zay used to wait weeks for a one trade to play out, bro. A super swing trader extraordinaire,
Yeah,
bro.
no, that's where I come from. Swing trading. And I still do
like,
to this day.
You do,
It's
but
my biggest money maker.
The market is fractal. You can find it on a lower time frame. Let's go.
I wasn't doing weeks. I wasn't doing no day trades. I was waiting. I was sitting around waiting for 3 weeks for a setup to come to me.
That ass.
And then I'm holding that shit for like 3 months. How much you up? I'm up like 1,500. What?
What?
I know, but see, the way the strategies come, the way everything just set up, you gotta stay this. I'm gonna tell you right now, swing trading is where I gained my discipline in trading.
True.
I learned how to wait so good because I learned how to swing trade first. I'm naturally a swing trader. That's what my personality likes. I like the chill shit. I don't like the super active shit. But that's just me. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, that's what opened up the door to finding everything else that I can do, which is in day trading. Because before, I didn't want to know anything about day trading. Anytime I tried to scalp, man, that shit had my nerves fried. I was like, oh, no, I can't do this, though.
Oh, we was in the trenches. Like, try this out. And okay. Then I have to come over and just like show him.
Yeah, that's the only way, though. You gotta come see, tell me what you're talking about. Because if not, I'm not doing it.
That's quite an adventure, man.
But that stubbornness worked out because I got to sift through the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? There was a lot. There was so much shit I was looking at where I was just like, man, what? I was like, there's no way it needs to be this complicated. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing against ICT traders, but it does not need to be that difficult.
Very.
You should not have to. You shouldn't have to be thinking so much for an entry. Like you're looking for so many pieces of information just to make one decision. I'm already in the play. You're over there looking for what? What are you doing again? Some type of scientific term of a leg of something. A candle. And that's a what? No, it's not. That's just a pullback. And they have some shit over there that they like to overcomplicate and feel sophisticated about. And the only problem I have with those traders are they feel like I think they think they're in a cult or some shit like that. I think they think they're in a cult or some shit like that. Like, yo, you do realize there are 1 million ways to trade. Okay, choose one. You think you're better than another trader because you trade that style? Man, get the fuck out of here. Everybody's got their own way to trade. That's why I don't knock anybody. I only knock the guys who walk around with their nose in the air. talking about their strategy is better than the other strategy. That's not necessarily true. There's so many strategies out there for a reason. It's because humans created them. And each one of those humans had their own personality and their own approach to the market. Some of them are more intellectual than others. You know, and some of those strategies are really trash. They really don't do shit except make you lose money. While others are really good in the right hands. If you match up the right strategy to the right trader, you got money making. You got printing. That's what happened with me with this strategy. Before I found this, I was just like in the wind trying to find shit on YouTube. And I even Fabrice knows he was there the whole time. We ran through so many different strategies and we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Facts.
Because we were just trying to find like the holy grail. There is no holy grail. There is finding the right strategy for you as a trader. And in order to find that, you got to know yourself. Because that's the one thing about trading. This shit will teach you about yourself real quick.
Yeah, I could agree to that. Last year I was doing shares and investing a lot more money than I am now, but I'm losing more now because I'm accepting like small trades through options. Of course, I'm dealing with options now.
Yeah.
And the people I follow, of course, is they're working with bigger numbers, which was the same issue I had with you. You were working with bigger numbers. So when you see a $40 win or a $20 win and they're making thousands, that doesn't allow me to like take, like they call it, I think, take profits. I think you call it the same. But I can't do that if I only have one contract. So of course that's an issue that I have. So if I'm up $40 or $100, I can never take that because I'm just like, what the hell, betting 300 to do that or 400 to do that as an option, I'm saying. So that was an issue I was having. But when I learned the strategy and I was just doing shares, I was putting $10,000 on a share and I was only making 1% to 2%, which was $1,000, $2,000 that I was making, but I was making that. And I wasn't really risking much because a share doesn't lose as much value as a futures does or an option does so quickly.
Yeah,
like it could go down a few dollars
there's no
and
leverage on that share.
There's no leverage, exactly. But I was able to print so much more money that way, psychologically at least, right? Because at the end, of course, stop losses hurt me because I held things when I didn't learn to just cut a loss of $1,000 or $500 at that point. So that's an issue I'm having. And in options, I'm having the same thing because they're teaching you to push 1 day to about a week most for time frame in the option. But that shit turns around so quick. If it doesn't go in your direction, you could be down 20 to 50% immediately as soon as you buy it. Like if it doesn't go the direction you want. Now you do have a week for it to go back. Yeah, you do have like a week for it to go back, but you're bleeding already. You're 30, 40%. Now you're trying to find a way to get out of it, in a sense.
You
And
just
that's
gotta
what
get
I'm
it.
learning
You
in
gotta get it
options.
down packed. Like you'll find it.
Yeah. So what I've
You're
learned,
gonna
which
get into
I'm
the
not
flow
there
of
yet
things.
because I do leaps as well, right? So what I'm learning is that the leaps gives you more time for it to go to your direction. So
Those are the swings, right?
yeah, like a swing basically. So you'll put a year out and you don't have to wait the year. You can pull out now. Like for instance, I have a leap that I put, I don't remember how much it was. It could have been a few grand, right? And it was a
All right,
leap.
so you're not locked into the leap.
You're not locked into the leap. It just gives you can hold it until that year. But if you decide to pull out, like right now, I think I have a $1,500 profit on one. And that happened to me like a month ago, that same $1,500. But guess what? It went all the way back down $600 negative. And then now it's back up to $1,500. So I haven't learned to say, okay, do I take this profit or I just accept my play, which is the play is a leap. So you wait the year and then pull out the profit. You get what I'm saying?
It's like I said before, before you enter anything, you gotta plan the trade. And then once you're in, trade the plan. Let it rock. You gotta let it do what you You gotta let it do what you intended it to do. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But the more times you hold on to the conviction of your plan, until obviously your plan is proving invalid, you know, you gotta hold your shit.
Yeah, I
Gotta let it
definitely
rock.
gotta, because I hear you guys talking about all the plays and I mean all the things you guys try to do. Like the options, I definitely think there's a way to it. I just haven't gotten there. And I think the main thing I need to do is to buy more closer to in the money. So instead of predicting it's going to go that far, and then also saying that you're going to be buying like a premium. So you want to pay more to be in the money, and then you want to give it time. So just like you give your plays time to be in drawdown, I got to give it time as well. I got to do that
Absolutely.
as well. Because sometimes you can be
Absolutely.
down 30,
Absolutely.
40%. I have plays, I promise you, that I'll set Monday. And on Friday, I'm 90% down. 90. And I swear, the minute, and I've told you this a few times, Jose, the minute that is coming to 350, for some reason, because they know that contracts expire on Friday, guess what they do? The shit skyrockets. I've had it happen before. I would be down $1,000.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
a
last 10 minutes, it skyrockets, and I'm able to break even or lose like $100.
well, the fact that you notice it, you should use that as a bit of an edge inside how you approach the market. Like
Correct.
that's why I don't chase anything. I know the behaviors of the markets that I'm in. So I don't play outside those lines because I have a really good idea of what the market may do. And if the market keeps showing me constantly the same behavior on certain days at certain times, then if it does that, then I got to do this. You get what I'm saying? You have to keep that in mind when you do set a play so that you don't get stuck in the traps that you know are coming.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I
I think
mean?
it's trap. It's trash because my plays are, I'm following the process. It's just the retracement that happens naturally in an option. It doesn't, it eats it up quicker than what we would do in futures.
You gotta it's a
Quicker.
dance. You get what I'm
And
saying?
I'm
Like,
only betting like one or two contracts, which is like anywhere from 150 to like 250 a contract. So you're risking no more than $500 a play. But when you're losing fucking five out of, well, you're losing three out of five, you're
yeah,
losing more than you're winning. Your odds are off,
your odds
But
are off until you grasp the concept of what you're doing in full. You're still trying to grasp the concept of options trading. It's a lot more dynamic than futures or CFDs or Forex for sure. So there's a lot more that you have to put into context before you make a decision. You know,
yeah,
timing is everything in every single market, but especially in the options market because they have decay. So
yeah.
decay is part of the calculation you have to make when you're making a play.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is I'm following the plays just like you give numbers, they're giving numbers too. But don't get me wrong, like those numbers, it's a lot of times when you're hitting market over, which is what they're buying most of the time, is to get into the play right away, you're paying a premium that you're already negative as soon
Yeah,
as
because
you
you're
hit market
hitting
over.
you're hitting market execution. My
Correct.
plays my plays don't work like that.
Yeah, your plays don't work that way,
My
but
plays are extremely accurate and everybody sees the same number and just set the limit and let it rock automatically. Just let it come to you no matter what. That's why I like doing this right here. It's so much
maybe
smoother.
a lot of times they give you the average. The average means the number
The
that
area, yeah.
yeah, you could set. So like if it gives a little pullback, which it happens, right? You could actually get picked up. But if you don't get picked up, then you get left. And that's where the play is. And then they'll start mentioning, oh, we're up 10. We're up
Yeah.
20% now. We're up this. And then one of the things I'm learning too in options that it says that if you take away the rule of thumb is after 20%, which is like your TP1.
Yeah.
After 20%, you trim. I can't trim if I have one or two contracts. So that process doesn't work. So that's where I would need to close the position
Yeah.
at
That's fine.
20%. that's what I haven't been able to, I guess, accept yet or do. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like. The thing is, you're too focused on the money, man. The money's irrelevant. You have to focus on all of the nuances of trading, along with the strategy. And the nuances meaning, okay, I can't take partial profit here. That's okay. That's the level that you're at. Or I can't, when I get to the same level they do, I'm only at 40 and they're at 4,000. That's okay. That's just where you're at right now. You're not going to stay there. Trust me, you're not going to stay there. But the fastest way to get out of that is to focus on the process. Don't worry about trying to make money now, because that's actually what's keeping you back. You're too focused on getting to the money as fast as possible, and you're leaving the strategy behind. You're leaving the rules behind. You're not looking at what the real money is right here. The money is actually right in front of you, but you're not really looking at it. You got to accept the fact that this is where the money lies. I'm just using this as an example. But you got to accept the fact that the strategy, or whichever strategy you're using, is where the money's at. Then you're going to start seeing the money print. After you get into the flow of the market, you're chasing the wrong apple or the wrong carrot per se. You should be focusing on how to hold the stick properly and how to be the carrot holder. You know what I mean? Like, this is where it's at. If you stop focusing on, everybody needs money, like I get it. It's not like I'm saying something that's easy to accept, but I'm telling you what you need to do in order to get there. And the first thing you need to do is forget about the money. It's not going to come to you because you're so antsy to get it. You're distracted from everything, the most important parts. So you need to take your time and take it a little bit slower, and then you're going to be able to like really take it in. And then after you get it in, how the fuck, sky's the limit. Like, it's not like you can't trade. You know how to do it. You just get in your way because you're too focused on the money. You don't take profit where you're supposed to because it's such little money, which means you're not respecting the process that's in front of you and respecting the market structure that told you that you should close. So instead of taking that $40 win, you let that shit come all the way back and give you an L and shit like that. Trust me, I've been there. I've done all this shit that you're going through. That's why I know what I'm talking about. Fuck the money for now. That shit's irrelevant. And you'll get faster to the money if you just focus on the process. You just focus on waiting. I'm telling you, like, dog, you'll get there. I know you can get there. I know you. You can get there. The $40 is going to be 4 bands if you just focus. I'm telling you that much. That much I do know for sure. Because I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to a bunch of cats that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Fabrice knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's like just locking in.
Yep.
That $40 is actually a powerful symbol because it's just representing to you what you're looking at as what's more important than the strategy. You're focused too hard on the money because the money's so small, it doesn't move you. And you're like, man, what the fuck is this? But when market structure was at the point it was at, instead of focusing on the money, you should be focusing on the process of what you're supposed to be doing as a trader on the charts in the market. I promise you, dog, you're going to start banging. You should just be focused on getting results from your trading, not trying to build a bankroll. It's not going to happen like that.
Yeah, if I could add something to this, like you want to trade to where the structure is going to be at. You know, you're trading. We're literally just kind of trading structure to structure. If it is what it is, it is what it is. Take it. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
just take
dollar
that
amount
shit.
doesn't matter.
That's all I do. I trade structure to structure, and that's me telling you.
And mostly too, what also help you to shift your mindset for the better, I promise you this, is to think about it in percentages, man. Like instead of dollar amounts. That'll get you mad far. Like,
Yeah, and
like if you're
I
looking at it
switched
like,
my Robinhood to that. So everything's percentage now. But like I said again, when I see 20%, which is that rule of thumb in options at least, the 20% in a small contract is something that I don't see. Then I
Don't
hear
see?
my teammate or the people I follow, just like when I followed Jose the same way, it was that the number they were pulling out is different than my number. Then,
When you
well,
say the
forget the
number,
money.
you mean the
Forget.
profits?
I mean the not the money. I forget the money because I understood that part. The part of when it's 20%, they say take a trim. Remember, I only have one or two in
Oh
that
yeah,
fund,
but
right? But
that's
in
like
theirs, they
that's
could
just a
take a
factor.
trim, and then the next day or the same day, now they're saying it's 40%, 50%, 60%, the same play. But they're letting runners run, which
mm,
is like, the same way that you
okay,
guys do it. Same thing. It's
okay,
like you letting a runner run, but you already took your profits.
mm,
So that's the issue I'm having. I don't know
okay,
how to manage that so far.
I
That's
see.
no,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's okay. That there's nothing wrong with that. The You want to get there, so you want to get to the level that you're not at yet. You can't
mm,
you can't apply something that you haven't achieved getting to yet. You get what I'm saying? Like, and who gives a shit if somebody else is able to take partials and you can't? You should just trade what's in front of you. Like trade your account the way you're supposed to trade it, not how you wish it could be traded. Like just
mm.
accept where you're at in your trading career at the moment and focus on your strategy, focus on your process. And you're gonna get to the point where well, I don't know how options work, but like let's say for
Mm.
futures, you're dropping 5 contracts and you're taking partials at TP1. Then you'll get there. But don't let it frustrate you, you know?
I think I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, because okay, so we have a different trading style than he does, or they do. So they have larger accounts, so they trim and let runners run. He doesn't have enough to let the runners run. So I think what he's thinking is, damn, what should I do? So I would do this. All right,
I would take
what do they
profits.
have? Do they have RRs? Like, do they have a risk to reward that they take things at 1-to-1, 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s, and so forth?
Not in options. I think it's a rule of thumb of like when you're hit 20%, which I changed my thing from money to percentages, which is kind of the
Mm,
advice you just gave. So I
mm,
see percentages now. So I have a couple that are 20, I got a couple that are 50, things like that.
right,
Now I try when they close or when they say, hey, I'm all out, that's when I would close because I've done it before. Once I see that 10%, 20%, I take my little 40, $100, $200, whatever that number
right,
is. I take it, and then I hear them say, yo, we're at 50 now. We're at
right, right,
60%. We're at
right.
100% trade. And I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck? Was I supposed to take my
Yeah.
trade out or
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
So
Sometimes they're
when I
just not
have one
telling you what they're
trade,
doing.
I try to
Yeah.
trade all the way with them. So when they say, hey,
Okay.
I'm out, then I'm out. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Mm-mm.
I've tried it
Nah.
both ways. And it just seems like I choose the wrong one, to be honest.
Nah. I honestly think they're fluffing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what it
Nah,
sounds
man, I'm
like to
getting
me.
screenshots and
Like,
everything, man.
no,
Not
what
gonna
not
lie to
not
you.
not in that way. What I mean is like
Okay.
they're like, oh, um, they would have stayed quiet if they told you taking it and it went the other way, right? But now that it just kept riding, they didn't tell you, are you taking partials or here and there? It's like a communication thing to make them look better.
Got you.
We've been in a lot of rooms. We've seen it
No,
happen.
I get it, and I know that happens. I'm gonna have to agree with you with that. I know that happens, and
We've
I
been
and
in a
I
lot of
I try
rooms,
to
boy.
I try to take that like with a little cup of tea at the same time. So I look at that. But when you see a Weeboo account, right, which I have one, and they use it or they use another thing, it says the percentage and it
Right.
says the number, like they'll
Yeah,
screenshot their
they
number,
got
the
it.
number they're making. Now, I don't care about the number they're making because I know that I'm not bidding like they are. They're bidding 15, 20 grand maybe
Right.
while I'm bidding fucking $500. So I don't look at it that way. What I am
Right.
saying is that when they're calling the play, I'm trying to follow the play, because it happens because I cherry pick. I used to do that in real
Mm,
estate. I would cherry pick the call that I would want to get, which was
not the right way to do it, but I did that. I would like if the people weren't giving away their house, I didn't want to talk to them. And this is what I kind of started doing. I was like, okay, I like this ticker. Let me put a bet. But they're taking 5 bets in a day. So they'll lose maybe 1 or 2. And guess who picks the 1 or 2? Me. I picked the 1 or 2 that loses. But if I would have gone with the 5 that they all did, then guess what? You would have won 3 out of 5 and the money would have came out positive.
It sounded like you just answered your own question.
In what way? Oh, well, wait, like but I know that because I started taking all the ones. But then I'm in 5, 6 options, which they are managing, not me. Think about that. They're managing the position. So I'm seeing my account go 30, 50% down, and then they'll tell me, hey, I'm out or I'm in. Or they don't say nothing at all because they're managing other plays. Remember, you got to understand when they're doing 5 to 10 plays, I'm just giving you the example. They're managing big money. So they rather accept the 20 grand they just made, 30 grand, and just lost $1,000 on that one that I'm waiting for them to tell me, hey, we're out or in. And they just lost 1,000, but they made 20 on the other one. Me, I lost my $500.
That's not sustainable, man. You can't.
Yeah, dog, I'm going crazy. I'm trying to figure that out. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Jose. I used to run I want to say I would go crazy. When I would do your account, we're not recording this no more, right? It's not recorded.
Is she recording?
It's recording, you know.
Okay, but there's nothing bad. I'm not saying
just don't mention no names. It don't matter.
Yeah, no.
Nobody know you talking about, Bill.
No, but there's nothing bad. But I will say, Jose, the same way when I did it myself with no stop losses, I had the same issue. And when I was trading with you, same issue. It was tight stop loss, which means I was micromanaging.
I will tell you this. When you were trading with me, you weren't following instructions.
Which is what I just said, which is I was micromanaging my position.
You were using, I don't know if you got the entry right, but you were definitely not using the stop losses that I send you in the play in order to take advantage of the play. Which
I was just saying, which is micromanaging. Yeah. So what happens is once it was in profit, what I was doing is now I was picking up my fib to give like a 5-minute or a 15-minute to confirm for me. And then I move my stop loss up. But I remember you telling me you can't do that unless it creates the new high or breaks structure to create a new high. Then
unless it creates structure in front of you, then you can't do that.
You can't do that. So that's what I was explaining. That's the
micromanaging. Your issue is micromanaging. You like to be in control too much of a thing you have no control over. No one has the control over the market. You think you can, and you actually believe you can, but you really can't. I don't control the market, and the reason I win so much is because I let go. I let go. I'm like, all right, I already made my analysis. This is my decision. Bam, bam, bam. I step back. I take away the human element once I'm inside of a trade. That's the secret for you. But you got to get there. You get what I'm saying? If you can find a way to let go of control, you're gonna move forward a lot faster. From what you're telling me, you just want so much control of everything that's going on. And then you're trading multiple pairs or assets at the same time. That's fucking crazy. Like you gotta learn to let go and you gotta let it ride. If you find the flow in your shit, you're gonna learn better. But you gotta learn to be less controlling of the market that you cannot control. You have no power over it. Less micromanaging goes a long way. You get what I'm saying? That'll help you. That'll help you. You let go of control, which you probably are hearing. You're not even hearing when I say that. You're like, what do you mean? Don't control it. Exactly. Don't control. You have no control. Once you're in that trade, you've already made your plan. See it through with conviction. Let it go.
Which is
the
part I keep mentioning of the 10%, 20%, and I kind of follow what they're doing. And I'm talking about that. Now, when I was doing it with you, micromanaging, which is moving my stop loss, doing plays on my own, things like that was what was hurting me because I wasn't just following that, which is just your plays. It's the same thing with a different team or a different strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
You've got to learn. You got to let go, and you got to follow whatever strategy it is that you're doing. You've got to follow that to the T. You can't come up with things on the fly. Oh, I see this over here. Let me switch it up right quick while it's already in the middle of the play. No, man, step back, and let that pelican fly. Make sure you understand what your exit is before you get into. Because if you don't decide on an exit, that thing's going to come back on you. The market's going to come back on you and eat up all the profits. So instead of $40, you make $5.
And options, it tells you the call is 156. If the bitch is at 150, then that's not your TP. You're still holding on to, but they're holding on to a runner, which costs them nothing at this point.
They're trading at a different level than you are. You can't expect to trade like those guys when you just got on the court and you're trying to learn. Let's say you didn't know basketball. You're not going to be on varsity. You get what I'm saying? Those guys have an entirely different psyche when they're trading. Just like me. My psyche is completely different from y'all's when we're all trading. It's totally different. When you're trading at certain levels, your mindset of holding trades is a different thing. Because I remember when I was just starting to trade, I never thought like how I think now. Now I just feel like I'm made of fucking steel. Like shit don't shake me.
Let me ask you a question though. Are you constantly trading all 5 of these contracts that they're trading, or have you picked? Why don't you pick one? Like I don't understand. Why don't you pick one?
That's what
because now you're stuck on one asset.
I'll tell you a good question. But I think I kind of mentioned that part, which is let's say they give 5 plays, right? And they're not simultaneously, right? But when they do give the 5 plays and they're in and they show a screenshot, hey, I'm getting in, here's the average, this is where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. When you get in, it just happens to be that the one I choose, which is the one that I like playing with, let's say it's Hood or Amazon, whatever it is, I pick it, is the one that actually goes negative. And they'll say, hey, I'm out of that one. But the other 4 that I didn't choose is the ones that actually win. And it happens every time. It's not like it's one time or twice. So I know that most of the time it is. I'm sorry. So
no, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
So that's what I'm noticing. So it's like, I don't know, like in this situation right now that Jose's giving. Let's say he gave us just 2 plays, but I picked ES because it looked better for me. But guess what? The one that actually worked was NASDAQ. The other one, ES failed. So it feels like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
There has to be one of them where their win rate on one of the assets are like astronomical. Why don't you go with the one that has the highest win rate? Like they constantly win all the time. Because if you're switching around from one asset to another asset, but you're losing every time, you're pretty much eeny, meeny, miny, mowing it, and you're losing, then it's like there's no consistency. You're not trading the same asset. But if you're trading the same asset every single day, no matter which 5 they pick, it's a different win rate at that point.
You're gonna find the flow. It's like I told you before. Like I don't know if you did that, but take 30 days and just watch them. Find out who's the one that's the best out of all 5. Pick the winning rooster and stick to that one that you picked for 3 months. You need 90 days and see what happens. Or you ain't gonna do 90 days. I don't know why I mentioned 90 days. Give them 30 days. Follow them all for a whole month. And don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Your job should be solely to watch them and peep the different characteristics and how they pick their plays, how fast they call it, the behaviors of everything that's going on in that room. Peep everything. Find out and mark it. Mark out, okay, this guy won. It's very easy to do, and do that for just 1 month. Out of that 1 month, whoever wins that, grab that guy and follow him only for 30 days. And you'll see some shit improve in your trading or whatever it is that you need to tweak. You'll see that happen. But you got to do it. You got to do it. You get what I'm saying? That's my recommendation. Because following 5 traders at the same time and taking all of their calls at the same time is a recipe for disaster.
I'm following the one. We already talked about that. So I started following just him.
Oh, you're following just one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then
I've been
stick there because it's easier to, because they're all, I'm assuming they're all trading the same strategy. I mean, at least tell
no,
me
they're
that.
trading. They're day trading. I mean,
They're all,
they
all
trade
5 traders are trading differently.
options daily. Yeah, daily trading.
I know they're trading options, but they're all trading options in a different way.
Different.
Like when I mean like in a different
assets.
strategy, a different strategy.
I don't know how to really answer that because it's more of like momentum, like bull flagging, things like that.
Okay, I would have to see that. Yeah, you got to dial in on your focus. That's a lot, bro. Like, no, that's a
Right.
woo. That's a lot. I give it to you because I would not be doing that.
I would have went insane already.
That's like I'm like, oh shit, he's going where? He already there. He ain't even called me. Shit, ain't nobody pick me up. What? When's the party? What you mean the party's over? What? I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I know you're going crazy. You can't do it. Hopefully that one that you picked like works out. That's another problem. they gotta do their thing. They gotta do their thing, though. I don't know, but gotta do their thing. See, now this market is, let's get back to the signal real quick. This market is just going sideways. It could from here just dump down into the buy signal, which is perfectly fine. Or it could just pump up right quick and either continue up or tap us in and take us down into the buy signal. So it'll be either or. Same thing with NASDAQ. NASDAQ is going to be, it's either going to dump from here, which we've got some exhaustion right here. It's either going to dump down now and go into the buy area, or it's going to pump up. It could go up, continue, or it could tap us in and we can go short. Tap in for news at 11. We'll see what happens.